you know, what I would suggest here, if the concern is that there would be employee parking on the residential, you know, or on our streets, then, you know, if you want to, you can attach a condition to this saying that there shall be no employee parking, you know, on any of the public streets of Colwyn, that all of their employee parking has to be contained to the lot. That way, we don't have to worry about whether they have one shift or two shifts.
Take it, that's all, that's all I'm saying.
It's up to them to solve that problem.
I think you got
So
it.
we can approve it conditionally, they gotta put that, we can put that condition in there.
Right, so, Madam President, maybe if somebody wants to make a motion to amend the approval to include a condition that there be no employee parking on the streets.
I can make that motion. I would like to make that motion that we
I'll
amend.
second that.
We
Go ahead.
amend. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? You gotta get the motion out first. I would like to make that motion that we amend the amendment to state that the employees, there is no parking for the employees on the public streets of Colwyn during the business hours of 6 to 5 or whatever.
All right, so that's the motion. Will there be a second?
Second.
I have a
Go
question.
ahead. Everybody's going for that one.
I have a question on the motion. If you're going to make that motion, how are you going to know that Tonette is not working at that bus depot and that she is? How is it going to be differentiated? How are you going to tell, or give tickets or whatever?
It doesn't matter, no, it doesn't matter because we're putting this condition in, it's not for us to figure it out. It's for them to figure out. Once we put that condition in and we say that, then they have to do it or it's conditionally approved. They have to figure it out before they can get final approval because this is a condition in order for them to have the approval, they have to do. So that here doesn't.
Okay, are we ready to vote now?
Sorry.
They answer my question.
What are we voting for?
The amended final lot, right there. Okay, so now you just call the roll.
I thought they did that.
No.
No, we amended, you gotta write what we amending.
Right.
We amending
There's no parking on Colwyn Street.
We already have that, we
Right,
got
yeah.
that down.
You wrote that down?
Yes.
I'm talking to the secretary.
I have it.
Thank you.
Sharita, I'm just gonna skip ahead, but
Okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any
Okay.
opposed?
All right.
You
Now,
said the time, you said the day.
now it's proper to vote on the motion, the original motion, and this would be to approve the amended land development plan with the condition that you just voted on.
Isn't that approval conditional? Because if we make it final and they don't do it,
Well, they have to do it as part of that's part of their, that would be part of their occupancy, is that rule. It's like a condition that's attached to a variance for.
so they
zoning.
have to do that in order to occupy that, right? What is their consequences? That's what I'm asking. I'm trying to save the borough all these cars.
Right,
Because
well,
I know that there are
you
cars.
could take enforcement action if you believe that that employees are parking cars on the street. We would be able to take enforcement action against the school district, the owner of the property, for violations of their use and occupancy permit, for violations of the land development plan. It would be the same thing as if they, you know, if you said to me, what happens if they, you know, didn't install any parking spaces on the lot? Well, you'd be able to take enforcement action against them.
Okay.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll make that motion to approve resolution 2014/23.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Can I get a motion to approve the engineer's report?
I make that motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Mayor's report?
I just want to say that my cops is doing I think they're doing a good job, and I appreciate it. You know, and that's the same thing goes for crossing guards. I think they're doing a good job. And the light glowed on the Fourth Street, and it got taken care of. Paul, I appreciate your work.
Is it bright?
Yes. That's my report.
Yes.
Motion to accept the mayor's report.
I'll make that motion.
Second the motion.
Any discussion or any? Okay, I have one question for the mayor. I hope this doesn't cause an outroar. Can you tell me why we're paying 3 officers to be at a council meeting?
That's a good question, but I think we need really 4. Because sometimes this meeting gets out of hand. And if we don't have no officers there,
I
or
think,
either we have
Said
one,
none.
I think if we behave better, I think maybe we can thin
I
the,
think we
thin
can
the
cut it
herd
down if we
Thin the herd
learn how to
down,
control
too. You know,
the
maybe we
meetings
save a
pretty
couple
good.
dollars. That's
You
what I
know,
like to do, save a couple bucks.
Motion to accept the mayor's report.
question.
There you
I
go.
make that
Good
motion.
Second the motion.
You already
All in
did that.
favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're going to old business.
Didn't you just vote this down the last time?
All right.
Before I even put this on. Martha,
They
you
did.
ask me that you needed to put something on the floor today?
Oh, yes, I did. I have mentioned this many times, and I'm gonna mention it again. I work for a company, I work for the university, and
Can you talk into the mic, cause,
I've mentioned this before, and I'm gonna mention it again. I work for the university, and if I go on my email during my work hours, on my Facebook during work hours, and put on my personal things, I would be removed from my job. I'm asking this council to tell me whether they are allowing Paula Brown to be paid to go on her Facebook to put slanderous issues on there. If you are not condoning her behavior, then I want you to tell her to cease and desist during your work hours. You are paying her, the taxpayers are paying her. The time is stamped on there when she goes on. And it's not lunchtime.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Facebook, but if she's doing something on work.
Do you know what my work hours are?
I don't care what your work hours are. Your work hours are supposed to probably be 8 to whatever.
I'm here at 6 in the morning sometimes,
You know,
and I don't
Paula,
get out of here till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
You are on there all
Okay?
the time. I'm sorry,
That's not
we're
on the
paying you.
agenda. That should be under new business on the agenda. Can we follow the agenda?
We
Can
asked
you
you.
not tell me how to run my?
Well, you know, this is very hard to take minutes.
Shh.
Go ahead and ask them individually, do they accept?
I am asking you now, are you condoning her going on Facebook and representing the borough on her Facebook page? Is what I'm asking you.
I'm not.
Because our emblem is there, she's putting attention Colwyn residents, acting as a borough manager, I'm asking you.
Even if I wasn't the borough manager, I would put attention Colwyn residents if
And you're
something's
putting the
going on.
emblem there.
Wait, you think it's slanderous? It's not slanderous. It's the truth. You're restricting my civil rights right now.
No, you're not.
You're restricting my civil rights.
No, you're
You can't tell me what to do on my own personal website.
Can she be
Please
quiet
stick with the
while she
agenda.
finishes?
This is the second time she's
Can you put that under new business and follow the agenda?
It's old business, cause I
not old
asked it, it is,
business.
I asked it last year.
I've been asking more once.
Martha, you weren't here last week, we went through this last week.
Okay, and what was the answer?
It can be solved.
What was the answer?
It can be solved right
Go
now.
ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm saying, matter what you say, if that is what Paula is doing, she have to stop.
That's what I'm asking.
Nobody do Facebook working hour, but now she had not been caught. Nobody had walked in the office and see her doing that. Since we just said it, she have to stop if she doing that. So I think that would be okay.
So that's what you're saying? You're saying that you want Paula Brown to stop putting slanderous things on her Facebook page during work hours?
Yes. I
Because
want
we
her-
are paying her as taxpayers.
If that is why
It's
she
her
doing it,
personal opinion, that's her personal opinion on her time.
if that is what she's doing, she have to stop because it's work hours.
Right.
But nobody has caught her doing it. Since it has been brought to the attention of council, we address that issue, telling her tonight that if that's what she's doing, she should stop.
Is that all the council saying that?
Wednesday, 7:10 a.m., Paula Brown was on Facebook.
And what did I say on Facebook at 7:10 a.m.?
Paul, let me ask you a question.
What did I say?
Paul Brown,
I
let
don't
me ask
care
you.
what you
I
said.
posted a newspaper article warning residents of a home invasion.
The bottom line.
I don't post slanderous things.
It's your
And if you continue, you are violating my civil rights.
As an employer, we not.
I have a right to warn residents of crime. It's not slanderous. Don't sit there and rewrite history. Don't sit there and lie. Show me what I wrote that's slanderous. Show me the slanderous. Nothing. If something happens while I'm at work, I have a right to warn the residents.
You're not on your personal
Yes, I
Facebook.
do.
Not on your Facebook.
Yes, I do.
On your personal Facebook.
A home invasion? Yes.
That should be
Absolutely.
on the borough's website.
Every person
That
should know.
be on the
Every
borough
person should know.
website, not on your personal Facebook page.
Let me ask you a question for all council to hear. Are you putting factual things on the internet or slanderous things?
Factual.
there
Absolutely
you go.
factual.
Well, now if it
I
was
do not put
You
slanderous.
be in hot water. It'd be
Absolutely.
different, right?
I'm
I
no
have a
dummy.
question for you, Paul.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, I have a question
Go
for
ahead,
Paul.
Jeanette Bragg.
I have a question for
Go
Paul.
ahead.
How do you know it's all factual? If it's factual, so then
I
how
post
do
the
you know?
documents.
I don't
Because
know.
you taking her word?
I post the
Because you taking
documents.
her word? You're
When
taking
checks
her
are written,
word?
I post the
Are you taking
checks.
her word? Because
When
there's
budgets
a
are
lot
written,
of
I post the budgets.
And I say
There's a lot of slander.
I post the factual documents.
There is a lot of slander out there. So y'all
Wasting time, again, over my Facebook. Not sticking with the agenda.
This is what I'm saying. If we're dysfunctional, it's because she doesn't let council uninterrupted do council's business without commenting.
This is not
all the
council's
time.
business.
It is council business.
Can I have it back, please? Can I have it back,
Okay,
please?
let's go to the next man.
If Freddie Lesher, where did you work before? The state. If you went on your Facebook, or if you left, or you stood outside with posters saying the state is a bunch of bums, they're thieves, whatever, your job would be over with. They're your boss. You do not do that to your boss at your job site. And that's what she has done.
Free speech, First Amendment rights.
It's not first.
It's not First Amendment rights. When you're in we were paying you to be at work.
Take a
and you're
class
on
on
there.
constitutional law.
Maybe we'll go through some parameters.
I'm sorry, there's cases right now before the Supreme Court for the same exact thing.
Maybe you should enroll in St. Joe's classes.
Now, can I ask you a question? I mean, we're gonna move on, but I have to ask a question because nobody but Massa answered Martha. So, and I'm sorry, and Pat.
Hold on, Paul Brown even said I was computer illiterate, so, you know.
Yeah, okay, but we're not joking. This is serious. Answer the question. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay for her to do it?
My opinion is for her to put factual stuff on there that's slanderous.
It's what I do.
And she's representing the borough when she's doing it.
It's what I do.
If you say it is okay, are you saying it okay? Well, then you gotta show me where all the stuff she put out there is factual. Because out there she said I should be rearrested and I've never been
Saying
arrested.
you and me are having an affair, that's slanderous.
Oh, Paul, you couldn't handle me,
Or
baby.
somebody else, you're having an affair.
My question was, she is the borough manager.
I understand.
She's the borough manager. She's here during her work hours.
Yeah.
She's going on Facebook. She's putting up the emblem of the Colwyn Borough
Right,
in
right.
official capacity.
Right.
Is she representing the borough at that time?
Can I ask you, what are you
Yes,
talking
she
about?
is.
I'm putting up the borough emblem?
Shut up, Paula. You're saying yes, she is.
I put a link to the borough website.
Yes, they said yes.
That's the official emblem?
Yes.
You guys don't even know what you're talking about.
They said
Move
yes.
on, please, with the agenda.
Madam President,
It's crazy.
under old business
I
tonight.
have a letter here under new business, and I'm not trying to overtalk him, Mr. Brundage.
Can we stick with the agenda, please?
December 11, 2014. Attention Colwyn Borough Council. This letter is to inform the council of the borough of Colwyn that I, Gary R. Bryce Sr., will be fulfilling the remainder of the year 2014 as the fire chief. On January 1st, 2015, the Colwyn Borough Fire Company will transition into new officers and administration.
That's what you
The
said.
fire chief for the year 2015 will be Mr. Bruce Sloan, who is currently this year's deputy chief, Gary Bryce. I have another letter, Colwyn Borough Council. I, Betty Cellini, would like to inform you as of 11/20/2014 at our company meeting. I stepped down as the president of the fire company. I named my successor to take my place, which was Maurice Clark. We also had nominations for 2015 that night. I was nominated along with Maurice Clark for president, and I declined. Maurice Clark will be the president for Colwyn Borough Fire Company Station 92 for 2015. Thank you, Betty Cellini.
All right, so,
I'd like to make a motion to suspend Colwyn Borough Fire Company Station 92.
I would like to make a
Operating as the
motion
officially-
before you continue to old
Okay, go ahead,
business.
go ahead.
Can I
I'm
get
just
a
following the
motion
agenda.
to accept these two letters?
yeah.
I make a motion
that
to accept
I second.
those two letters.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Now I'd like to
Thank
make
you.
my motion to suspend Colwyn Borough Fire Company
And
Station
you know what, Paul,
92.
you're gonna make your motion anyway.
I'm following the
But
agenda.
you're not following the agenda.
Why not? What's on the sheet?
What does this say? Did I ask you? Let
No.
me move on. You
All right,
didn't
go
even ask
ahead.
to be
Then
recognized.
go.
You
Go
so.
ahead.
Get ready to say something inappropriate.
Go ahead, you can say anything you want, go ahead.
Okay, we're under old business, and I'm not gonna make this motion. So, go ahead.
So,
I'll make the motion to suspend Colwyn Borough Fire Company Station 92 from operating as the officially recognized fire company for the Colwyn Borough indefinitely, and to appoint Darby Fire Companies number 1 and 2, so as the official recognized, all fire emergencies will be handled the same as usual from respondent fire companies in District 4. Notice of intent is to rescind ordinance number 535.
Second.
Okay.
I don't
discussion?
Yes,
Discussion.
I have,
Let's hear it
I
first.
have,
Wait.
hold on.
I have discussion on this here. Is this because the fire tax money was spent?
The relief.
The relief money?
No, it has,
I have a question.
How come the relief money has